I'm Holly Greca with Marissa Lorenzo. Due to multiple snow days last week, some of this episode's content will be a little dated.
This episode will feature the dangers of texting while driving and students' coffee routines.
All this and more on another episode of SHS Today.
SHS Today starts right now.
AP test registration is currently open, but will be closing Friday, February 28th. Students can register and pay using the Pay Schools link on the Saline High School website. The cost of each test is $95.
According to the National Sleep Foundation, teenagers need about 9.5 hours of sleep each night. But between homework and the early start of school, that is nearly impossible. Alex shows us students morning coffee rituals that get them started for the day.
Here at Saline High, the need for caffeine has grown substantially. But why do people love their coffee so much? We decided to ask students what they think regarding the coffee craze at Saline.
I've learned to not function without it.
It's something I need in the morning, and it kind of just wakes me up first thing, and it kind of just keeps me going throughout the day.
Personally, I just don't like the taste, and it's too mainstream.
I drink coffee every day.
The only thing that really energizes me is Mountain Dew Voltage.
I hate the smell and the taste and the texture and everything about coffee.
It tastes good, and it makes me feel like, ugh, and not like, eh.
Major headache. My eyes get really heavy and tired. When I try to read, the words start swimming on the page.
At 2 o'clock, I will start to get a headache that does not go away until I drink caffeine again.
Kind of midway through the day, I kind of shut down and I get really tired, and it just isn't a good day for me.
Coffee makes me want to fall asleep and just tastes bad.
Brewed Awakenings is the best place to get coffee.
Starbucks.
I like to get a large latte with either hazelnut and vanilla or vanilla and caramel, and I usually add an extra shot of espresso.
I always get a grande non-fat cappuccino, and my barista at Starbucks knows my order.
I'm just gonna take that with me. Yeah, we're good to go. Can we unplug this?
Everyone seems to have a way to keep their energy going, from loading up on caffeine to getting enough sleep each night. Whatever method you choose, stay pumped, Saline.
SHS students can't seem to survive without their morning beverages.
Over the weekend, the SHS Drama Club produced the musical Annie.
An in-depth look behind the scenes will be featured on Friday's show.
Ashley now takes a look at a dangerous situation affecting everyone on the road.
Driving has been a major issue with all drivers today. In a study done by USA Today, more than 70% of all drivers text while driving. Will you take the pledge not to text and drive?
Texting while driving is very dangerous for the texter. It is also very dangerous for others on the road. The Boston Globe posted that a person is 2 times more likely to get into an accident than if their eyes were focused on driving. All over our community, people are noticing that the amount of people texting and driving is growing. So they are taking the pledge not to text and drive.
We pledge not to text while driving.
I will not text while I drive.
I want to make a pledge that I will not text and drive.
I promise not to text and drive.
I pledge not to text and drive.
I was 19. One of my really good friends was killed by a driver who was also texting. And that really made an impact on me.
All around the world, people are taking the pledge not to text and drive. They understand how dangerous it is, and they are making people more aware of the risk that texting and driving produces.
It's a very dangerous situation that you put yourself in when you take your eyes off the road, and especially in my situation because I'm taking my small children to and from school, and they're in my vehicle a lot, and the last thing I want to do is put them in danger.
Just remember, putting your phones down while you drive may save a life. Thank you all to who took the pledge. I'm Ashley Schaefer, back to you in the studio.
Especially in this cold weather, drivers need to have all of their attention on the road to keep both themselves and everyone around them safe. If you would like to take the pledge, go to itcanwait.com for more information.
Now on to this week and weekend sports with Wynton Kirkpatrick.
Thanks, guys. The Saline winter sports season will be wrapping up in a few weeks, But until then, we'll continue to fill you in on Saline sports. Just this weekend, the boys and girls varsity basketball teams both lost to Skyline, while the Saline bowling team won their SEC invite at Tecumseh on Monday by 30 points. This week's featured game is a little old, unfortunately, due to the many snow days we've had. But here is Patrick Canavan with coverage on the basketball game against Ypsi.
Last Wednesday, the boys varsity basketball team had a tough game as they took on the Ypsilanti Grizzlies. The Hornets struggled early on in the game as the Hornets trailed 23-4 at the end of the first. During the second quarter, the Hornets gathered momentum as Eric Jacobson and Michael Hendrickson were able to work their way in as the Hornets scored 12 points to the Grizzlies 13, leaving the Hornets trailing by 37-17. In the third quarter, the Hornets scored 9 with Cameron Cole and Michael Hendrickson driving the team closer to the Grizzlies' large lead. Saline continued to trail Ypsi by 50-26. In the fourth, Saline pushed hard as Michael Hendrickson, David Elms, and Chris Tarrick tried to close up the gap, but Ypsi answered. The Hornets lost with a score 70-47. Here's what head coach Eric Williams said about the loss.
I don't think we would do anything differently. My hope is that we would come out a little bit stronger in the first quarter. We caught ourselves down by 19 in the first quarter, and we had scored 4 points. Against a team of Ypsi's caliber, you can't afford to do that. For the last 3 quarters, and we lost by a combined 7 points. So differently, I don't think we'd do a whole lot of things differently. My hope is that we would come a little bit more ready to play initially.
Back to you, Wynton.
Thanks, Patrick. Tonight, the boys' varsity ice hockey team plays at the Ann Arbor Ice Cube at the MHSAA pre-regional game, and we want to wish good luck to the 4 competitors participating in the MHSAA State Individual Wrestling Finals at the Palace of Auburn Hills Thursday and Friday. That's all we have for sports. I'm Wynton Kirkpatrick.
That's all for this episode. Tune in later this week for a special behind-the-scenes look at Annie. I'm Marissa Lorenzo.
And I'm Holly Greca. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook for updates on the show. Have a great week, Hornets.